Hey everyone, ready for a deep dive into blood sugar supplements?
Always ready.
I feel like everyone's talking about them these days. Have you noticed that?
Oh, absolutely. It's a booming market, and understandably so.
It's expected to hit something like $16 billion by 2026. It's kind of overwhelming.
You're telling me there are so many options out there, it's easy to get lost.
That's why we're doing this deep dive. We're going to sift through all the claims and figure out what the science actually said.
It's like panning for gold.
Exactly. We're going to find those golden nuggets of truth.
Love that. And trust me, there's a lot to sift through. One of the biggest reasons supplements miss the mark is the dosage. A lot of times, they just don't contain enough of the active ingredients to make a real difference.
Okay, so like they have the right stuff, but just not enough of it.
Precisely. Take cinnamon, for example. There's research showing it can be beneficial, but you need a decent amount, like 1 to 6 grams daily.
Oh, interesting.
Then you look at a lot of these supplements, and they only have like 100 or 200 milligrams.
Wow, so they're basically just a sprinkle of cinnamon. No wonder people aren't seeing results.
Exactly. It's all about the dosage. And then there's the issue of bioavailability.
Bioavailability.
Yeah, it's a big one. It basically means how well your body can absorb and use the nutrients in a supplement. You can take a huge dose of something, but if your body can't absorb it, it's not going to do much good.
So it's not just what you take, but what your body can actually use.
Exactly. And some forms of nutrients are much better absorbed than others, like magnesium and chromium, for example. The type you get makes a huge difference.
Okay, so we've got to pay attention to the dosage and the bioavailability. But there's also the fact that we're all different, right?
Absolutely. We're all unique individuals with unique needs. What works for one person may not work for another.
Right, like some people are more sensitive to certain things, or they might have other health conditions that affect things.
Exactly. A good supplement should take all of that into account. It's not a one-size-fits-all situation.
Okay, so we've got inadequate dosages, tricky bioavailability, and the one-size-fits-all trap. It's a lot to keep in mind.
It is. But don't worry, we're about to delve into some solutions that have solid scientific backing.
Okay, good. I'm ready for some good news.
Let's start with berberine. It's a real star player in the blood sugar world.
Okay, berberine, I've heard of that one.
You know how insulin helps your cells use glucose for energy, right? Well, berberine helps boost that process.
So it makes insulin work better.
Exactly. It helps improve insulin sensitivity.
That sounds promising. What kind of dose are we talking about for berberine?
Around 500 milligrams 2 to 3 times a day seems to be the sweet spot. But again, quality matters. Look for a form that's designed for better absorption.
Got it. Quality over quantity. Now, earlier you mentioned magnesium. A lot of people with blood sugar issues are low in magnesium.
It's true, about 75% actually.
75%. Wow. That's a lot. So just getting enough magnesium could make a real difference.
It can, but it's important to choose the right type. Magnesium malate or glycinate are good options because they're well absorbed. Aim for around 400 to 600 milligrams daily.
Okay, magnesium, right type, right amount. What about alpha-lipoic acid?
ALA is a fantastic one. It's a potent antioxidant, and it also helps improve insulin sensitivity, protect the cells in your pancreas that make insulin, and reduce inflammation, which can be linked to blood sugar problems.
Wow, it does a lot. What's the recommended dose for ALA?
Usually around 600 to 1200 milligrams daily, split into 2 doses. So we've got berberine, magnesium, and ALA all backed by research. But before we get too excited about these supplements, there's more to the story.
I was just thinking that. It can't be as simple as popping a pill, right?
You're right. Supplements can be helpful, but they work best as part of a holistic approach.
Okay, so what else do we need to consider?
Well, we can't forget about diet and lifestyle. Those are the cornerstones of blood sugar control.
You're right. It's got to be more than just supplements. So let's talk about those fundamentals. Where do we even begin?
Let's start with diet, the foundation of blood sugar control. Think of your plates as your blood sugar control center. You want a balance of fiber, protein, and healthy fats. And of course, we want to limit those refined carbs.
Okay, so like more whole grains and less white bread.
Exactly. And instead of sugary drinks, opt for water or unsweetened tea.
So it's all about making those smart swats that add more fiber and nutrients to our meals.
Precisely. Portion control is also important. Even healthy foods can contribute to blood sugar spikes if you need too much of them.
That's a good point. Sometimes I get so carried away with healthy foods that I forget to pay attention to how much I'm eating.
It's easy to do. Just be mindful of your portion and then listen to your body's cues.
What about protein and healthy fats? What role do they play?
They're both super important for blood sugar balance. They help slow down the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream, which helps keep those blood sugar levels nice and steady.
So it's like a team effort. Fiber, protein, and healthy fats all working together.
Exactly. It's all about balance.
Okay, so we've covered diet, building a balanced plate. Now, what about lifestyle? What kind of changes can we make there?
Movement is key. Even small amounts of activity can make a big difference.
So like taking the stairs instead of the elevator.
Exactly. And walking more in general. Park farther away from your destination or take a walk during your lunch break.
Those are great tips. What about after meals? Should we be aiming for a post-meal walk?
Absolutely. If you can, a 10-15-minute walk after meals can really help with post-meal blood sugar levels.
Okay, got it. So we meal scroll check. Now, what about stress? I know that can mess with my energy levels.
Oh, absolutely. Stress hormones can raise blood sugar levels, so finding healthy ways to manage stress is crucial.
But stress management looks different for everyone, right?
You got it. It's all about finding what works best for you. Some people find relief through things like meditation or deep breathing.
Right, and some people prefer being in nature or listening to music or journaling.
Exactly. Explore different options and see what resonates with you.
Okay, so we've covered movement and stress management. What about sleep? How does that fit into the picture?
Sleep is essential for regulating hormones, including those involved in blood sugar control. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep per night.
Okay, so it's all connected. What we eat, how we move, how we manage stress, and how well we sleep. It's a whole body approach.
Exactly. It's not just one thing, it's everything working together.
So we've talked about some promising supplements and the importance of diet and lifestyle. But how can people choose effective supplements? There are just so many options out there.
It can be overwhelming, but don't worry, we've got some tips to help you navigate the supplement aisle with confidence. First, look for transparent labeling. Make sure the dosage of each ingredient is clearly listed. You want to know exactly what you're getting.
Right, no hidden secrets. What else should we look for?
Third-party testing is a must.
Third-party testing? What's that?
It means an independent lab has verified the quality and potency of the supplement, so you know you're actually getting what the label claims.
Ah, so it's like a seal of approval from a trusted source.
Exactly. Also, look for supplements that use bioavailable forms of ingredients. Remember, it's not just what's in the bottle, but what your body can actually absorb and use.
Right, we talked about that earlier, bioavailability. And what about the dosage?
Yes. Pay attention to the dosage of active compounds. Look for supplements providing clinically relevant doses.
Clinically relevant doses, got it. Anything else?
Choose a reputable manufacturer with good manufacturing practices. That means they adhere to strict quality control standards.
Okay, so iChecklist includes transparent labeling, third-party testing, bioavailable forms, clinical doses, and a reputable manufacturer. That's a lot to keep in mind.
It is, but it's worth it to make sure you're getting a high-quality supplement.
It's like being a supplement detective.
Exactly. Now, I know quality supplements can be expensive, so let's talk about cost versus effectiveness. How should we think about that?
That's a good point. Supplements can add up.
They can, but it's important to remember that quality supplements can actually save you money in the long run.
Really? How so?
Well, when you choose effective doses and bioavailable ingredients, you're not wasting money on things your body can't use. You'll likely need fewer supplements overall, and the better absorption means less goes to waste.
Ah, so you're actually getting more bang for your buck.
Exactly. And most importantly, improved results translate to better health outcomes, which can save you on healthcare costs down the road.
So it's an investment in your health.
Precisely. Now, before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I want to leave you with something to think about. Knowing what we know now about the science of blood sugar regulation, the importance of choosing high-quality supplements, and the power of diet and lifestyle changes, what one change are you committed to making for better blood sugar management?
Ooh, that's a good question. It's all about taking action. So listeners, what will it be? Will you swap that sugary drink for a glass of water? Will you add a walk after dinner? Or maybe start taking a magnesium supplement?
Every step counts. We'll be right back after a short break to explore even more strategies you can use.
Stay tuned. We've got lots more to share.
We do. We'll be back soon. And we're back. Let's get into some practical tips to help you take control of your blood sugar.
Sounds good to me. I'm all ears.
Okay, remember we talked about that balanced plate?
Yes, the fiber, protein, healthy fats combo.
Exactly. One simple change is choosing whole grains over refined grains whenever you can.
So like swapping white bread for whole wheat.
Yep, and brown rice instead of white rice.
Easy swaps. I can do that.
It really makes a difference in your fiber intake, which is key for blood sugar.
Fiber slows down that sugar absorption, right?
You got it. Keeps those blood sugar levels from spiking.
What else can we do with the kitchen to help?
Portion control is huge. Even healthy foods can spike your blood sugar if you eat too much.
Right. Got to keep those portions in check.
Think of it this way. Your stomach's not a bottomless pit.
True. It's easy to overdo it sometimes.
Even with healthy foods.
Definitely. Sometimes I get so focused on eating healthy that I forget to just listen to my body.
I hear you. It's all about balance.
Okay, portions check. Now, you mentioned protein and healthy fats. Why are those so important?
They help slow down sugar absorption and keep you feeling full.
Oh, so they help with those cravings too.
Exactly. You're less likely to reach for sugary snacks later on.
Gotcha. It's like having a dream team on your plate.
I like that. Fiber, protein, and healthy fats working together.
Totally teamwork. Okay, so diet's covered. Let's move on to lifestyle. What are some easy ways to get moving more?
It doesn't have to be complicated, just walk more.
Simple as that.
Yep, take the stairs, park farther away, walk during your breaks.
Sneak at those extra steps. I like it.
It all adds up. What about after meals? Could you fit in a quick walk then?
I think so. I could definitely try.
Even 10 to 15 minutes can help with those post-meal blood sugar levels.
Okay, I'm making a note of that. Post-meal walk.
Perfect. Now what about stress? We all have it.
Oh yeah, stress is a big one for me.
It can really throw your blood sugar out of whack.
So how do we manage it?
Well, first we gotta acknowledge that stress looks different for everyone.
True. Some people thrive on stress, others not so much.
Exactly. What helps one person might not work for another.
So what are some things people can try?
Things like meditation or deep breathing can be super helpful.
Those are always good options.
But some people prefer being in nature or listening to calming music, even journaling.
It's about finding what works for you.
Exactly. Experiment and see what helps you unwind.
Makes sense. Okay, we can't forget about sleep.
Sleep is like hitting the reset button for your body.
I definitely feel better when I get enough sleep.
It's crucial for regulating all those hormones, including the ones that impact blood sugar.
So how much sleep should we aim for?
Ideally, 7 to 8 hours of good quality sleep.
Okay, noted. It's amazing how everything's connected.
It really is. What we eat, how we move, how we handle stress, our sleep, it all plays a role.
It's not just one thing, it's everything.
You nailed it. It's about taking a holistic approach.
Okay, so before we move on, just a reminder to our listeners.
Yes, this is important.
We've covered a lot of info, but always consult with your doctor before making any big changes.
Absolutely. They can provide personalized guidance.
Now for a final thought-provoking question for our listeners. Knowing everything we've discussed today, what's one change you're ready to commit to?
A great question.
It's about taking that knowledge and turning it into action.
Small steps can lead to big changes. Remember that.
Small steps, big changes. I love that. We've covered so much ground today.
We have everything from those supplement myths to the real science behind blood sugar balance.
And how a holistic approach is so important.
Couldn't agree more. It's about more than just popping a pill.
Exactly. It's about understanding the whole picture.
And making informed choices that support your health.
And that's what the Deep Bit is all about. Empowering you with knowledge.
And sparking that curiosity to dive deeper and learn more.
We're a community here. You know, we all want to live healthier, happier lives.
We do, and better blood sugar management can be a big part of that.
It really can. The more we understand about our bodies, the better.
Absolutely. Knowledge is power. It helps us make positive changes.
And that's our goal, to give you the tools to take charge of your blood sugar.
To make those informed decisions.
We've talked about so much, debunking those myths about supplements.
Exploring solutions backed by science.
And that whole holistic approach, combining supplements with a healthy lifestyle.
It's been quite a journey.
A real deep dive. We hope you found it valuable.
And empowering.
We believe everyone can achieve optimal health.
We do.
We're here to support you every step of the way.
Absolutely. So keep those questions coming.
Share your experiences, your wins. Let's keep learning together.
Let's do it.
Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and stay healthy.
See you on the next deep dive.